Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Wow. I'm going to read about something that some of you may have heard of and some of you may not have. This may be something brand new to you. But did you know that there is a big controversy of where John Lennon's cremated remains are? Yoko Ono said that she scattered them in Central Park, and I believe that's around that big circle. We've been there. People still put roses and gifts down for him. The big circle that says Imagine. And she says that's where she scattered his remains, his cremated remains. But family members tend to disagree, and there's a secret stone in a graveyard in Liverpool, and it's where his mother's remains are. And it's very, let's say, underwhelming. Like when I saw it, I was like, what? That's his mother's gravestone? And then there's just two big rocks, and the gravestone says, all the family members. And then there's two big rocks, and one rock it says Julia Lennon, his mother and birth to death date, and then the other rock says John Lennon, birth to death date. And so now they're wondering if they secretly put his remains in this little grave spot where with his mother, which would make sense, but they didn't want to announce it because they didn't want to make it a pilgrimage area, because it is in a huge, I don't know if it's a city or a church grave site. There is a big church nearby, but that doesn't mean it's a church graveyard. And so did they want to keep it private, that only family knew that he was there? And then they made the circle in New York Central Park that has Imagine for the public. So I'm going to ask the tarot cards, where are John Lennon's remains? I'm going to use the Fantastic Menagerie Tarot. It just really gives it's quite lots of fantasy in it, and I don't know why. I just get I can get a Beatles vibe from it, and I don't know. It just to me it kind of suits them. Maybe once you see them, you'll know what I mean. So I'm gonna do the top row is Central Park. The bottom row is Liverpool. Those are the only two places that people seem to think that he can be. So top row, Central Park, Imagine, or his cremated remains were scattered in Central Park. And that's the pilgrimage for people. Or are they secretly buried in the Liverpool graveyard with his mother? So top row, Central Park, bottom row, Liverpool, upright positive, reversals negative. John Lennon's cremated remains. John Lennon's cremated remains. New York City, Central Park, top row. Liverpool graveyard with his mother, bottom row. Upright positive, reversals negative. Cards are ready. Ooh. Top row, Queen of Coins in reverse. Bottom row, King of Coins in reverse. So there they are. There's the wealthy couple. Strength in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Coins upright. Queen of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands upright. 7 of Coins in reverse. Ace of Coins in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will I get 7 in? These are huge, huge cards. I don't think you need to see them all. Maybe we can bundle a couple up here. The Chariot in reverse. He is absolutely not in Central Park. His remains have absolutely not been scattered in Central Park. Now, in Liverpool here, we have so far 2 upright. I have one more here to do. 3 upright, Ace of Wands, 3 upright. And what's the underline here? Justice in reverse. Well, he is a Libra, and this would be his card, and it's in reverse. Wherever he is, he's not happy about it. I would say, listen, it's a soft no that that his remains are in Liverpool, but we do end up with an Ace of Wands here. I'm wondering if they went to Liverpool and were scattered in Liverpool. He wasn't actually, his remains actually were not buried there. You know what? This 10 of coins, 10 of wands, I think his family has his remains in Liverpool. Here with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a yes. We have Ace of Coins in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse, King of Coins in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse. I think his remains are with family members. One of his family members, one of his children have his remains. Not his wife, not Yoko Ono. One of his children have his remains. He is absolutely, look at all reversals for Central Park. Also the 10 of Swords here in reverse. If that 10 of Swords showed up upright, I would have even thought that maybe partially they scattered some, but 10 of Swords is no. Queen of Swords. This tells me there was something legal about his remains. The 3 of Cups, there was a fight over his remains. And it looks like, I'm thinking Julian, because Sean would have been a little bit too young. Also, we have the Chariot here in reverse with the Queen of Coins. I think there was a big fight about them. I think Julian won. Or, even extended family. Did he have brothers, sisters? I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure at all. I think there was a big fight about them. And now the family has the burden of always looking after them. So wherever they are locked up tight. They might know with this Ace of Coins here in reverse, they might want to make sure that nobody makes money off of them. Nobody makes money off of them. I think they went to one of his children. And like I said, I think it would be Julian, because Sean would have been too young. So they're not in the ground in Liverpool. They're not in the ground in Liverpool. They're not scattered in Central Park at all. That was just a ruse. Maybe just to make, like I say, to give the public somewhere to have a pilgrimage and remember him. I think they are with family, and the burden is that they have to, maybe one day they'll be found. Maybe, because Julian doesn't have any children. So who's going to look after them after Julian is gone? Maybe then we'll find out that they go up for auction. And that's when we'll find out the truth, what happened to his remains. I'm also getting maybe partially some are under, right? So if we look at this as being the tombstone and under, I'm getting that some of them may be partially under there, buried with his mom. And maybe that's why his stone is there. But they definitely are a burden to somebody. They're still above, they're a burden. If this was in reverse and they were no longer a burden, then they're scattered, they're buried, they're nobody's burden. They're somebody's burden. So I think, we got they're definitely not in Central Park. They're with family, maybe partially buried, and maybe that's why we have a soft no, possible yes. They may be partially buried. under there, and maybe one of the boys has the other remains of it, just a small amount, and that's what the burden is. They're a burden to somebody. They're a burden because they would be worth. They could be worth a lot of money, but there was a fight. There was definitely a fight for them. Definitely a fight for them. Sad when somebody fights over your cremated remains. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, that's actually not what I was expecting. I was expecting to say, they just put a memorial up in Liverpool for him at his mother's grave. And yes, he was, once again, mainstream media disappoints. All right. So there you go. Don't believe everything that you read about everything. Check in with the cards. They may surprise you. Thank you so much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Take good care. Bye for now.